Remember, this is momentous day. We are taking Poem up to Genoa Bay, and moments later, hello Frida, how you doing? How you doing? Frida's a little stressed because Andrea is up getting us coffees. So we're about to slip our lines. To be fair, we've already done it once, but there is an unbelievable traffic jam at the fuel dock, which is right behind here. You can see this tour boat is waiting to fuel, and all tour type vessels get priority, or they take it anyway. Anyway, so about a 5.5 hours team up to Genoa Bay. We have a perfect day for it. We have a perfect tide, and we have nice light winds. So it's nice to be boating again. Here. We're going, we're off. Oh, it's nice to have the sea breeze on us again. Yeah. Chance on the shed. What an adventure this has been. Okay. It's going to be a lot cooler in there too. Yeah. Let me just knock the swing into Geordie there. These boats are all so different. This one drives like a little car. It's crazy. That'll do. And look at this, Poem is back in the shed. It's been ages. Isn't it extraordinary? It just fits in with tons of room to spare. We can even park the dinghy indoors. All right, so explanations. Well, Poem is back in for 1 week of preparation to get her ready for the Wooden Boat Festival. She's going to Victoria and Port Townsend. And hi there.
Hi.
And there's lots to do. Let me give you a bit of an explanation. Well, brightwork. And well, brightwork's an annual thing with these boats, but I made a bit of a blunder last Christmas. See that spot there where there's no varnish? And that one, and one there, 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 and one there. It's all over the boat, and that's because, well, I lit up the boat absolutely fantastically with lots of lights for Christmas, except I used tape, and I left it on about 2 weeks too long, and even using a heat gun, it removed. Anyway, I think you know what happened. So, bunch of repairs to do there. Any of you who followed along when I first did the work to the boat knows that I did not really deal with the foredeck properly, so it really needs something done with it. Not quite sure what it's going to be in this next little period, but I do want this foredeck to be completely waterproof this winter, and it's not. Moving on. Look at this. 2 planks on this boat cannot hold paint. This is the 2nd year in a row that those 2 planks have dropped all their paint. They must be new planks at some point, and I guess they weren't primed. I don't know what it is, different kind of wood. All I can really do is give them a little slap on bit of patching. I'm gonna have to deal with that at the next haul out, but I can't be going to boat shows like that. Next, okay, look at this beautiful big spade anchor, which is absolutely fabulous. It's way too big for this boat, but it's on the boat and that's fine. What's really annoying, and if you've been following along, you're aware of it, is this stainless steel bow roller. Hang on just a sec. How about this little beautiful bronze bow roller? So it's going to replace this one, not in this location. I'm just sort of showing you what it'll look like. I'm also keeping very close care of it because bronze is not ferrous. You can't pick it up with a magnet if something terrible happens. Okay, so that is going to get replaced here. And because the anchor is already a self-deploying and recovering anchor, it doesn't need the fancy bow rolly tippy thingy that this one has. So I think that will tidy that all up a lot. Again, this anchor is overkill. We will be taking it off and using it on the upcoming cruise with MV Zephyrus. However, I think that probably already happened. Yeah. Anyway, such is the magic of the space-time continuum of YouTube. Other than all that, pretty straightforward stuff. Another coat of paint on the top. Try to seal up some known leaks here and there and deal with a disaster in brightwork that happened over the winter. Water obviously got in here through somewhere that I haven't yet figured out where, and worse yet, it froze. That's why it made that terrible mess. So that's got to be fixed up. Other than that, the boat is in pretty good shape to go down to the festivals, and I have about 5 days to do all this. Okay, picking it up here again with the bow roller. This stainless steel beast is a self-deploying and self-recovery bow roller. In other words, it would take just about any standard Bruce style or regular stock, bent stock anchor and allow it to deploy and recover without having to handle anything on the foredeck. In other words, you could use a remote from the helm. And it's great, does a great job of that. It's ugly, I think it's cheaply made. I just don't like it, so let's get rid of it. So yes, as I mentioned, I'm going to replace it with this nice little bronze unit, and I'm very, very pleased with this. But this is not a deploying and recovering bow roller. But the anchor I have, or the anchor I'm currently using anyway, is this lovely spade, 33-pound, not 4-pound actually, spade anchor, which is in itself a self-deploying and self-recovering anchor. That's on account of this nice big curve in the stock here. So as it sits in the roller, it wants to roll down, and on the way back up, there's not so much weight at this point that it's a problem to pull it over the roller and then swing it up and into place. Lovely, lovely, lovely anchor. A bit big for Poem, but you know, no harm for now. So what I want to do, because using the self-deploying anchor on the self-deploying bow roller was a bit of overkill. I just want to temporarily set up this bow roller and see if that spade self-deploying anchor will self-deploy off this roller. I think I know. So I'm going to make a very temporary installation, and I think it's very likely that this bowsprit is going to get cut back a fair amount because it's way too long. But I first want to make sure that this actually works, and we can set this up about there to confirm that. This, of course, is not a permanent installation. Using number 8 wood screws. There we go. Okay, so let's reattach the anchor. Pull out a little more chain to be sure to be able to do it. So in terms of deployment, I'm pretty sure it's going to work just fine. And let's look at recovery. Beautiful. I would say I have a perfect deploying and recovering bow roller arrangement here. Now I just have to decide how much I want to shorten this bowsprit, if at all. And of course, here's the issue. The point of the anchor does end up being fairly close in here, although it is offset. So every little inch would make a difference, because I really don't like it sticking out that much, but let me ponder that for a bit. Well, I've brought the anchor all the way up, and it locks in very nicely with these little wings that this bow roller has. Very, very clever. And it means that the anchor is now very secure and won't move around. And in this position, it is only, well, it's only 1.5 inches from the stem of the boat. So I guess the bowsprit stays this length. It looks a little strange being that high up in the air, but honestly, it is safely stowed, and yeah, no, that's good. That's absolutely good. So let's just tidy this up and reinstall this where it is. Okay, folks, what we have in this box is something really exciting. It's the Creality Falcon2 Pro 60-watt laser cutter and engraver. The magic here is 60 watts. Okay, Creality reached out to me and they said, how would you like to have one of our brand new, and these are the very, very latest, most powerful lasers from them, laser cutting engraver? And I said, absolutely. You know why? Because I have a project that I have been desperate to get done, and that is to finally engrave the brass plaque for all of you generous people that helped with the engine on Geordie. I've had several attempts with local, both machine engravers and laser engravers and all kinds of people, to no success. So I'm hoping this will do that. But once we have a laser engraver and cutter in the house, think of all the super cool things we can do, and the mind reels. Now, this is a large object, and it requires a little gearing up. Obviously, it requires drawings to produce the work it does. I'm not ready to actually put it through its paces, so we'll consider this an unboxing. I have no idea what's in here other than the machine, perhaps some documentation. I'm going to have to learn quite a bit about CAD/CAM. I'm a specialist in computer-aided design, but not necessarily the manufacturing side of it. I'm sure different layers for different intents. Anyway, I'll figure all that out over the next little bit. So we'll call this an unboxing, and we'll see what we can do with this. The folks at Creality were very, very kind and said, we love your show. We know you do something cool with this. This is amongst the very first of these machines available, and it was shipped directly from the manufacturer in China, and they are not available in North America yet, as far as I understand, unless they're rolling them out very quickly. Okay, well, let's have a look what's in here. 60 watts, from what I understand, crosses the threshold between an engraver and a machine that can cut. Oh, look at this. They give me a sample piece of plywood. Probably, hopefully, to run a little built-in sample project. Oh, very excited, very excited. This is cool, this is cool. Let's see what we got here. We have a, my gosh, there's quite a few pieces. I'm gonna put this aside. Folks, there are a lot of components in here. Let me get to looking at what we have here. This is a duct, looks much like a dryer duct, and I'm very pleased to see that it seems to be included because I wasn't sure if the smoke and dust extraction system was included with this, and it appears it is. A substantial power supply of some sort, a sticker, a significant looking gizmo of some sort, which I will learn what is, some wires, safety goggles, after all, it is laser, another box with a proprietary plug on it, the main power wire, a short piece of silicone tubing, a box with the laser module in it, an assortment of tools and goodies. Yes. It looks like there's going to be some assembly required because the entire XY table is currently separate from the rest of it. Well, this is very, very, very nice and fancy looking. Some more elements, including perhaps lighting. Very interesting. A very large number of little U channels. Documentation. Oh dear. It seems the entire enclosure is a kit for me, which is fine. I like putting things together. More aluminum extrusions. Of course, I am not going to throw any of this out until I've determined every single piece required. Okay, excellent. All right then. Well, I can now conclude that the dust extraction is not included, so I'll have to figure out something for that, but let's move on from that. I can see that this is a major assembly project, which in itself will keep me busy for a little while. Not something I'm going to do today. Extraordinary. The documentation looks really nice. Really, really nice. All right. Well, I'm going to be reading this manual, as well as any online documentation, as well as figuring out how to produce a drawing for it, and then we'll have a little fun. And of course, I should add that although Creality has very kindly given me this device, they are not paying me in any way or restricting me in any way as to what I say or do with it. So I'm really excited about being able to give this a real run for its money. Again, putting it together will be several days' work in itself, so we'll have to put the bulk of this off for a little bit, but stay tuned. This is going to be a lot of fun. And good early morning. It's very, very early, and we're about to take Geordie back down to Victoria. There's a wind warning for this afternoon, and I really want to get ahead of that. Okay, I actually love cruising through the dawn. Let's go. reverse just a little bit. So if I'm backing up and I have to shift the stern over, I have to go back and forward and turn the wheel over to kick the stern over. And welcome to the Travels Geordie Beer of the Week, coming to you this week from this extraordinary grassy knoll here on Jedediah Island.
Catching the sunset.
Catching the sunset. We're in Sunset Cove. In a minute, I'm going to turn you around and show you. But first, let's have a little Jagged Face IPA. And to tell you the truth, we are sitting on a very jagged face, are we not? And who is this from? I can't even remember.
It's from Parksville, Qualicum Beach.
Parksville, Qualicum Beach, which is actually not that far from here.
No.
As the crow flies.
Oh, you opened it and he didn't bark.
I opened it and he didn't bark.
No, Finnegan, don't lick it up. No, Bubba.
No, you stay clear of that, buddy boy. All right. We're moving pretty quick. We've just done a pretty long hike because we're anchored at the other end of this island. And we thought, hey, let's run down to the other end of the island and do Beer of the Week. And we did.
What you got?
Here you go, Lady Zephyrus.
Crunchy.
Something crunchy. There's one more glass here somewhere.
Right here.
Oh, it's there. Thank you.
Oh, crunchy bones.
We've been swimming. We've been hiking. We've been kayaking. These two have been kayaking. Pretty soon you'll see some of that. I have a little vegetation in this beer. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
To an extraordinary day.
Looks good from this direction. Wowly hoppy.
Yeah, that's pretty hoppy.
Very hoppy.
That's kind of hoppy.
But you know what? It's not far off of that tug. It's not. No, you're right.
Right, which makes it ever so much perfect for you. All right. You know what makes this Beer of the Week really different?
What's that?
Absolutely no preparation. So I do not have a name because we have absolutely no internet service here to award a T-shirt. So what we'll have to do is next week we'll just have to award two.
Perfect.
Next week. But we can give you a word. Which I haven't thought of until you have a word?
No,
the word is two?
Yeah.
Two. The word is two.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's been said.
Sheep.
The word is two.
It wasn't really what I meant, but it's okay.
Actually, there's two in this episode.
Two kayaks.
And two
dogs.
Two
Two
dogs.
ladies.
Two ladies. Oh yeah, there's lots going on here. Two. The big two is actually coming in the next episode. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what to do with it. See you next week. Two.